Hi, I'm Frank from the Watchdog team, and today we're taking a close look at another suspicious project that tries very hard to look like a serious broker, but when you scratch the surface reveals the same old tricks. The name to know and to avoid is Almirex. Polished marketing, bold promises about technology and liquidity, and a menu of account tiers that sound generous until you notice the inconsistencies, the copied paperwork, and the missing legal backbone. From the first seconds on almirex.net, the red flags are hard to miss. The site parrots the familiar vocabulary of regulated finance, order execution, trading bots, tight spreads, personal managers, zero commission plans, yet offers almost no verifiable proof that any of this is real. The domain is brand new, Hoy's records are anonymous, and an absence of historical snapshots in the web archive means there's no trail of legitimate business activity to follow. That alone doesn't prove fraud, but it sets the stage. A freshly minted web presence, glossy images, and no durable accountability. Dig deeper and things get worse. Almirex brazenly displays license numbers and regulatory badges that, on inspection, do not check out. The site attempts to borrow credibility by publishing documentation that, according to our review, belongs to other corporate entities. In other words, the operators appear to have lifted paperwork from legitimate companies, pasted it into their own pages, and failed to do the basic housekeeping of changing names and registration details. That's not a rookie mistake, it's a pattern. Use stolen credibility to look trustworthy and hope no one bothers to verify. Anyone who relies on a broker should be able to verify licenses with regulators in minutes. When that verification fails, trust evaporates. The marketing plays are textbook. Almirex advertises multiple account levels with increasingly attractive perks as you move up the ladder. Higher leverage, zero. Spreads, personal managers, trading bots, and even zero withdrawal conditions for elite accounts. But promises of zero spreads and guaranteed benefits are economically implausible for a legitimate broker. Spreads, commissions and fees are how market makers and liquidity providers earn money. Advertising zero spreads without transparent counterparty descriptions is a strong indicator that the claims are either misleading or fabricated. Worse, the minimum deposit for the top tier is sky high, which is a standard pressure technique. Convince traders that premium features require premium cash, and then make withdrawals difficult when money is on the books. Platform claims sound modern on paper but fall apart in practice. Almirex shows screenshots and marketing visuals that mimic known platforms, and the terminal on the site displays quotes grabbed from public services like TradingView. However, there's no real, downloadable, independently verifiable trading application connected to Almirex. Attempting to test demos or access platform downloads often leads to dead links or simple redirects. A genuine broker will let you trial a demo connected to real market feeds. A fraudulent site will show images and promises while keeping the real mechanics out of reach. Money flows are another major worry. Almirex lists familiar deposit routes, cards, bank transfers, crypto, but provides almost no concrete information about limits, commissions, settlement times, or the legal entities handling the funds. Crucially, many scams prefer crypto rails because crypto transfers are irreversible and harder to trace, and where a platform urges or defaults to crypto funding without robust corporate disclosure and regulated banking partners, the risk of irreversible loss increases. Reports from users of similar schemes always follow the same script. Initial small withdrawals succeed to build trust, then requests to withdraw larger balances, trigger endless compliance checks, and pressure to pay new fees. The KYC verification choreography here also feels weaponized. Sign-up is quick and painless, the bait, but when a withdrawal is requested, the tone shifts. Almirex's process reportedly escalates into demands for notarized documents, swift confirmations, and other intrusive proofs, sometimes accompanied by requests for extra payments framed as taxes, insurance, or regulatory fees. That's not compliance, that's a delay and extract tactic. Real regulated brokers publish their KYC AML procedures clearly and process verification efficiently, not as an excuse to extract more money. Corporate transparency is nearly non-existent. The site lists contact details and an office address in Frankfurt, phone numbers and emails, yet public corporate registries and checks reveal no matching company filings for Almirex. The telephone numbers tied to the project often turn out to be used by multiple short-lived online companies, a classic signature of disposable operations. When a legal entity, team biographies, audited reports and regulator entries are missing, there is simply no way to hold the operator to account if something goes wrong. Beyond the hard facts, the social engineering is troublingly human. Reported interactions with personal managers follow a predictable arc, friendly, reassuring, convincing at first, then persistent upselling and emotional pressure to increase deposits. That mixture of rapport building and urgency preys on trust and greed simultaneously, and it's effective at scale. The algorithmic veneer, AI assistance, automated strategies, more proprietary bots, gives the con an aura of modernity, even though the underlying mechanics are designed to entrap rather than trade. If you've already engaged with Almirex, the immediate steps are pragmatic. Stop sending funds, gather and preserve all communications, screenshots and transaction records, and contact your payment provider immediately to request reversals where possible. For card and bank payments, there are formal chargeback channels. For crypto, recovery is hard, but reporting deposit addresses to exchanges and law enforcement helps build a trail. Filing complaints with cybercrime units and financial regulators in your jurisdiction is also essential. Coordinated complaints can trigger actions by processors or hosting providers. Emotionally, these scams work because they promise quick access to a professional-looking service and rely on people moving fast under persuasion. The antidote is slow, deliberate verification. Check regulator registers, search corporate databases, insist on a working demo connected to live market data, confirm the legal entity that owns the platform, and favor brokers with transparent audit trails and long, verifiable histories. Almirex, as it appears today, does not pass those tests. The copied documents, unverifiable licenses, anonymous registration, evasive platform access, and pressure-driven deposit mechanics combine into a pattern we see over and over in fraudulent operators. This is not a new business model, it's a rerun of the same playbook, dressed up with modern UI and buzzwords. Protecting your money means replacing impulse with process and verify before you deposit. Demand demonstrable credentials and treat too good to be true to promises as the warning they are. If you or someone you know has lost funds to Almirex, act fast. Gather evidence, involve your bank or card issuer, report the fraud to local authorities, and publicize your experience so others don't make the same mistake. Financial safety isn't glamorous, but it is simple. Trust, verify, and never let glossy promises substitute for verifiable facts. Lost money with a broker, find out how to get it back. Contact us at watchdogonline.proton.me and leave your name and phone number so we can get back to you. The Watchdog Online team stands guard over your safety. Together we will make the internet better.